Mark Zuckerberg's first day testifying before the Congress, and hang on, there's another one coming. In California, a multi-million-dollar verdict on a revenge porn case. And teenagers and their smartphones. Between the iPhone and the Android, which one do they like best? All of that and more coming up on your Tech News today for Wednesday, April 11th. Brought to you by HelloFresh. Hundreds of gourmet recipes, perfect and farm-fresh ingredients delivered straight to your door, and you prepare it in your kitchen with easy-to-follow step-by-step instructions. Try it and get $30 off your first order at hellofresh.com/Kim. Well, it was an exhausting day of testimony yesterday in Washington, D.C. Facebook in the crosshairs of the United States Congress, and hold on, it's not over. Day 2 begins today. Mark Zuckerberg dodged more than a few questions, saying he would defer answers to his team. He did acknowledge that Facebook needs to get better in stopping fake profiles and in protecting private information. Now, when he was asked by Congress if Facebook was too powerful, Zuckerberg wouldn't answer yes or no. Senator Richard Blumenthal of Connecticut said he had heard a lot of the same apologies from Zuckerberg, and he's completely dissatisfied with the way things were going. One of the most heated moments came when Senator Ted Cruz, remember him? He ran for president. He wanted to know whether Facebook has a political bias. Donald Trump Jr. then weighed in on Twitter, saying, at least somebody finally acknowledges the left-wing bias at the social platforms. Zuckerberg wasn't testifying under oath, but he's bound to tell the truth under federal law. Now, as the testimony wore on throughout the day, Wall Street traders were watching it closely. At the end of the day, Facebook shares were up 0.5% during the Senate hearing, but the stock is down big time, 10% since the whole Cambridge Analytica scandal was first reported. One very pointed moment, Zuckerberg responded to a question about whether or not Facebook had made mistakes. His answer was, "We started in a college dormitory. Of course, we made mistakes." Over to California, the victim of revenge porn gets a record settlement, $6.45 million. The woman in the case remains nameless, but it was back in 2012 that she shared some nude and intimate pictures of herself and a few videos to a man that she was dating back then. Naturally, the two broke up. The man was unhappy, so he decided to spread some of the images to pornographic and dating websites. The woman claimed that she had asked all these websites to take her pictures down. They completely ignored her, and so she decided that her best course of action would be to copyright the pictures of her naked body, especially her breasts. And so she did. The U.S. Copyright Office issued a copyright, and therefore she could send a cease and desist order to the various websites using her image, who ignored her again. Now, there are no federal laws dealing with revenge porn. 38 states and the District of Columbia have revenge porn laws. But in the end, this woman won her lawsuit, $6.45 million, on a copyright claim against porn websites and the guy who put her pictures online. Let's talk about teens for a moment. A new survey of 6,000 teenagers across the United States on their smartphones. Smartphones and teenagers are just about inseparable. 82% of American teens in the survey own and prefer Apple's iPhone. 1 in 5 kids surveyed said they plan to buy a new Apple Watch before the end of the year. How do they get exposed to the Apple Watch? Probably with the Apple iPhone. In fact, teenagers said among all watch brands, Apple Watch was the second most popular watch they desired, behind a Rolex, of course. For American teens, the iPhone wins. And that's your Tech News today, brought to you by HelloFresh. Your family and friends will think you're a genius because you'll whip up gourmet recipes most of the time in 30 minutes or less with HelloFresh and step-by-step instructions. And of course, garden-fresh, perfectly measured ingredients delivered fresh to your door. HelloFresh.com/Kim. Get $30 off your first order. HelloFresh.com/Kim.